Have you been trying to master JavaScript arrays and you've not gotten it after many attempts? I'm going to show you how to master JavaScript arrays in just 10 minutes, from basics to advanced methods like maps and reduce. I'll break it down in a way that's simple and actionable. Are you new here? I'm Jeremiah Bankole and I've helped countless developers level up their coding skills. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will not only understand arrays, you'll be confident using them in your own projects. First, what's an array? An array is a data structure used in storing multiple values in a single variable. Think of it like a list of items, or think of it like a basket where you just drop stuff in. So we have a code statement now we'll be showing you on the screen. Right now we'll be creating a const for fruits. This is the constant for fruit. I'll be storing fruits within it. And let's say we have apple, we have mango. What else? I think we have banana. Let's work with these three for now. Now, what if you have an array like this? Definitely you're going to log it to the console. You just say console.log and you're going to have your fruits at the console. If I should check it up right now, all I need to do is, okay, I think it's live. Let me dispose it and go live again. Let's see it come up. Alright, here we go. So I just have a demo script, demo HTML file there. But I want us to work within the console down here. Alright, so I'm going to reload. I'm going to drag these down and I'll go for my console. Now you can see we have the apple, mango, and banana on the screen. Yeah, I'm logging to the console, the fruits. Now let's work with some basic operations that you might already know, but if you don't know it, then follow along because you're definitely going to get value from it. Alright, I'm going to set the fruits dot push. The first one we're learning today is a push. Push basically just adds to the end of the array. It just pushes whatever I had to it. The orange here, it pushes to the end of the array here. So I can just give it a comment here and just say all it does is it adds to the end of the array. Alright, so we push, you know, you say push, just basically puts this at the end. If I should log to the console, I'll just put in my fruits, and since it's set up, I just need to come here, refresh, and I have apple, mango, banana, and you can see orange at the end of the array. So another thing we can do is you can also add to the beginning. The push basically adds to the end of the array. The unshift adds to the beginning of the array. So I can just add a comment here and say add to the beginning of the array, just like that. So definitely you want us to console it. Log it to the console, then I have my fruits. I'm going to go back there and going to refresh. Now you can see we have mango at the beginning. We already had mango before. I went mango. I can also change it. I can put it, say cherry, and when I come back here, I'm going to have cherry as the first item there. So that's the push and the unshift. Another one we have is the pop. So we have the pop method. The pop method basically removes the last element. It does not take in any parameter. All this does is it removes the last element. Just like that. So if I should pop this, it's going to remove the last element in the array. And the last element in the array, I believe that's our orange because it's at the end of the array. So let's just check it out and see. Definitely we'll not get anything because we're not logging into the console. So I'm going to say fruits. I'm going to go back there. Refresh. Now you can see we don't have orange again at the end of it. The shift method also does not take in any parameter, and it's just like that. Now if the pop is removing the last element, the shift is removing the what? The first element. So it removes the first element in the array. I'm going to say fruits. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to, okay, I think it's refreshed. Remember here we removed the last element and now you can see it removed the first element. We don't have cherry here again. Now we're left with the apple, mango, and banana. Now to access any item within the array, all I need to do is just have the fruits. I need to use square brackets, then the index of whatever it is I want to put out. So now the index 1, remember for our arrays, it starts from 0, 1, 2. The first item in an array is always indexed 0, then the rest follows like that, 1, 2, and the likes. So if I'm to just pick the first index, one index, that will be mango. But if I'm to pick this first item here, that will be fruit 0. So I'm going to come here and refreshing now because we've removed the first element we added, so it definitely is going to give us apple as the first item there. But when we come to the first 1. Now you can see it's giving us mango when we use the index of 1. Now we're going to learn some useful methods and arrays. Now we'll still be making use of our fruits. That's why I'm not getting rid of all this code here. I'll be leaving them like that. The first one I'm going to be looking at today is the map method. The map method helps us transform each element within the array. So let me give you an example. Say for instance, I want to create a map that converts each of the items within the fruits variable and makes them uppercase rather than the lowercase where you see them here, apple, mango, banana. If I want to convert everything within them to be uppercase, I can use the map to loop through them and change their font style. Alright, so all I need to do is just say const uppercase or just say upper fruits. Let me just see that. Then I'm going to map through the fruits. Now the map is going to come with a bracket, and within it you're going to give it like a variable name per se. It's going to just be within this. The variable name will only be able to you'll only be able to call it within this bracket. What I'm saying is identify each of them, go through them, identify each of them as fruits, and now convert them. So now all I need to do is just say fruit dot how we would normally change to uppercase. Just say to uppercase and put in your parentheses. So basically it's going to go to the first one, apple, and it's going to change it to uppercase, come back again to mango, change it to uppercase, and it keeps adding it to this upper fruits array here. Let me just show you what it's going to the result is going to be like. So I'm just going to say console.log and I'm going to say upper fruits. So I should come here and I refresh, then you can see we have apple, mango, banana, everything in uppercase. Now I'm going to say for every fruit you find within upper fruits, I want you to convert it to uppercase. So it's going to go through each of them. The apple converts to uppercase, mango uppercase, and banana uppercase. That's what the map basically does. And we have what we call the filter. The filter basically helps you extract specific elements, or should I say items, based on your criteria. So based on the criteria you set for it, the filter is going to just extract specific items that you want. So say for instance, I want to only extract items that have length less than 5. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to create and say, let me say short fruits. And I'm going to come here and say fruits dot filter. Remember, it's a method, so it's going to come this way. Fruit dot filter. Now filter is all you can see is almost similar to this, the map. The same way is going to take in a big variable name, something within it. I'm going to give it fruits within it. Then I'm going to put in this arrow. Now I want to check to make sure the only thing it returns are fruits which length is less than or equal to 5. So I can just come and say fruits, for the fruits you're checking, for each fruit you're checking, I want you to look at the length, and I want you to make sure the length is less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to console the log and I'm going to say short fruits. I'm going to come here, I'm going to refresh, and right now we're having apple and mango. Why? Because apple is 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and mango is also 5 letters. So and that's less than or equal to 5. That's why it's only giving us the apple and mango and not the apple, mango, banana. Finally, and not the least, I'm going to be talking about the reduce method. This is something a lot of people have issues with. They don't really understand it, and what it does is in a way summarize data or sum up data for you to get that. Now for instance, let's say I want to get the total length of the fruits. I'm going to say fruits dot you already know the drill, the same approach, fruit that reduce, but in this case it's going to take in two parameters. Now the reduce itself is going to take in two parameters itself. I'm going to like put in a space and a comma. So it's going to take in something here, then another thing here. Rather than all this is just a single parameter here. But here it's going to take in, because here we call this a callback function. You can have something like this one wrapped within a bracket like this. So this is a callback function. But here it's going to take in a callback function and also an initial value. Now, what I need to do is for the callback function, let me just do it this way. First thing first, the initial value, I want my initial value to be 0 because I want to get the sum of the total length. But initially it's going to be 0. Now I want to create my callback function here. Within this bracket here, it takes in 4 parameters actually, but 2 of them are compulsory. It takes in the total length, and as always, it's going to just be a vague name that you want to give it. This total here is going to store the total length for us, and this fruit here is going to go through each of the item, just like the fruits did here. I'm going to go through each of these items, then perform whatever it is I'm going to tell it to do here. Now, since I want to get the total length, what do you think I want to do? I want to get the length of each fruit. So I'm going to get the length of each fruit. But after getting the length of each fruit, what am I doing with it? I need to add it to the total. So I'm going to say total plus the fruit's length. So my total initially is going to be 0, and I'm going to keep adding this length to it. And take note, it's going to assign it to my what? Total length here. That is it. Alright, so all I need to do right now is just console.log to the let's say total length. If I should come here and refresh, it's because of the auto refresh I put there. Alright, this 16. So when you count through these three things here, I think, okay, we have short length and now we're using the fruits right now. So these are the fruits: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. You can see we have 16 characters there for the fruits. That's the total length of the fruits there using the reduce. Now I just feel like to explain this reduce, I need to use another example. See, for instance, I have ages, for instance, a list of ages, and I want to get the sum of this age. The reduce is what we can also use. So I can just say const and I say sum of age, and I'm going to say ages dot reduce. Now initially the sum of their ages will be 0. That will be my initial value, and I'm going to give it a callback function here. The callback function is going to get the total age, so I can just say the total age, and I'm going to have my the one that will be going through each of the ages, and let's just call that age. Then I'm going to be adding my age together with the total age. So I'll be saying total age plus age, just like that. In this case, I don't need to get any dot length here. Each values are more than enough, and that's what I want to add together with this. So all I need to do is now console.log, and I'm going to say sum age. I'm going to come here, I'm going to refresh. Now you can see we have 116. So if you have to add this together, 25, 88, and definitely 116. So this is how you use the reduce. You have total age, and the total age stores all the total age, like the sum of the ages, and this age goes to each of them, takes each of them, and it keeps adding them to the total age. As it adds it, that becomes the new total age. Then it goes again, pick the next one, adds it to the total age. That becomes the new total age. Then at the end of the day, that's what it returns to the sum age, which will log to the console. So basically, those are the quick that's a crash course on how JavaScript arrays work. We've covered what arrays are, the common operation, the useful method like map, filter, and reduce, which is something you basically use almost every time you create a project. So my advice is go through this video again, go through it, follow the codes I'm writing, and try to implement it on your own, because you learn by practicing. If you learned something today, give the video a thumbs up, and you can share with friends who are currently learning JavaScript at the moment. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly coding tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.